Oh, look at Jennifer Hudson here. Okay. Can I turn it around? Oh, I can. I'm live.
Oh, you already started?
Mm-hmm.
You give no warning, son. You just be like,
0.
yo, you know, even the producers say 5, 4, 3, and they didn't point to you.
Hey, y'all.
You just be like, can I turn it around? What up? Oh, here come Gavin. Come on, buddy. Come on.
I'm mad at her little edges, though.
She saved as much as she could.
Hey, Papa.
He want he want to do patty cake.
Oh.
You playing with him? He want to do patty cake.
Hey, guys.
What it do? YouTube? This YouTube?
Mm-hmm. Hey. Are you ROTC? Papa, you want to be in the video, too?
Mm-hmm. Hey, we're watching the All-Star game, though. Well, it ain't started yet. We
Okay.
paying tribute to Kobe Bryant.
I know, we talking during a tribute.
I know, it felt weird. Oh, this is nice. I do like this.
I went to basic training in Fort Leonard Wood. So I'm gonna just wait a few more minutes to see a few more people come in.
You gotta restart. It says you or with the U. Not a Y. I don't know if that matters though.
I could go back and edit it.
Oh.
A few more minutes and let some more people come in. Y'all let me know what questions y'all have. Papa.
Oh!
What happened?
Hold on, I gotta put it on speaker.
She looks beautiful. Can we talk about Jennifer Hudson's sideburns right now?
I said that.
No, you said her edges. Oh, that's what you're talking about?
I am a sergeant in the Army, yes. Yeah, them little edges, that she was wrong for that.
What is happening?
So where do you live? Alonzo Perry. I like her dress though.
You gotta hear what Indigo said though. Hold on. Hold on, he said.
She wrong for them sideburns. She had them with Shanti coming one sideburn. Right now, one sideburn. She wrong for that.
Oh, you're in Prince George County. Okay. Prince George County. We in Lorton. I'm thinking about doing a meetup here in the DMV area. So I'm thinking about it. Y'all let me know. Y'all can let me know what y'all think.
Yo,
if we should do a meetup.
Serious savages and y'all need help now.
I don't know. I don't think many people gonna come out, so I was like, ain't no sense in me putting a meetup out there. I might do it. I am going to NYC. Yes, we live over here. So I'm going to New York in April, and if anybody's in here from New York, let me know. Cause I probably would do a meetup in New York just because I'm gonna be in the area anyway. And so I wanna meet up with the people. So
you gotta be on there. I'm not gonna be on there till the tribute thing.
A lot of people DM me, so you can DM me. Hey. So there is daycare. Okay, y'all coming with the questions quick. Y'all coming with the good questions. So there is daycare on base. And I actually, on one of my last videos, check out my video. I want to say it was talking about like saving on post savings. But there is daycare on base. You have to pay for it. It's not free. But it's considerably cheaper on base than it is off base. And my MOS, I am a pharmacy technician. So let me go ahead and do an intro, a proper intro. You want to do an intro with me? I'm going to go ahead and do a proper intro because people ask the same questions over and over. So we are dual military soldiers. Both of us are active duty Army. I'm a pharmacy technician. He's MI,
Counterintelligence and agent.
counterintelligence. We are stationed at Fort Bell. Well, I'm stationed at Fort Belvoir. He's stationed at the Pentagon. And my
Got to clap for the
I forgot what the
tribute.
other question was. But I've been in the military for 13 years. He been in the
Oh, my
military
bad. I thought we
for
were done.
how long? 15.
Since 2004.
So since
15.
2004, 15 years. And yeah. So now y'all can come with the questions. We watching the Super Bowl, not the Super Bowl.
What?
The All-Star.
I'm filing papers.
The All-Star
I
game.
will file papers.
So I was like, let me come on, go on live and answer y'all questions during All-Star. But if y'all could do me a favor and hit a like button on the way in, that would greatly help my channel out. I would appreciate it. I do have some questions that some people asked me on Instagram, and I'm gonna go ahead and answer them here. But yeah, go ahead and hit the like button on the way in for me.
I don't play with them.
Will you work a typical 9 to 5 every day, or does it depend on the MOS? So it does depend on the MOS. There's no such thing as like a 9 to 5, but the typical hours are 9 to 5. But you a soldier 24/7, so it be some long days. I have shift work, so I work different shifts, but sometimes I have to come in early, sometimes I have to stay late.
I'll turn the camera on. All right, we started?
Yeah.
They asking questions?
Yeah, they asked, is it a typical 9 to 5?
Heck no. They be asking crazy questions, y'all.
Are you gonna answer the question over here?
Oh, my bad, y'all. What up? What we talking about?
So the question was, will you work a typical 9 to 5 every day, or does it depend on the different MOS or things like that?
Oh, that's a real question. That's a real question. It depends on your MOS. Oh, finally, Michael Jordan's part of the freaking All-Star game. It depends on your MOS. It's about time Michael Jordan got on freaking NBA.
So I got a question on my Instagram. I'm gonna go ahead and start with the question on my Instagram. And she asked me about reclassing into my MOS. And I actually get this question all of the
I already
time.
put y'all in.
People ask me about
I put you in that big hair, don't care.
are you over here or are you over there?
I'm both. All right, I'm out, y'all. Y'all want to see me how to marry too.
So people ask me about reclassing into my MOS. Can you change your MOS at any time? So no, you cannot change your MOS
Depends.
at any time. What typically happens is you sign a contract, and then at the end of your contract, you can kind of like, I don't want to say negotiate, but you can ask if you can change your job or your MOS. So you have to do the time in your contract. When it's time to re-enlist, you can ask if you can switch jobs. Yes, I'm going to keep this live up. So you can ask if you can switch jobs. If the job is open and if your MOS will let you leave your MOS, then you can switch into that new MOS, which is called reclassing. But a lot goes into if you're able to reclass into the specific MOS that you want. But in regards to the question that was asked of me about changing into my MOS.
Some jobs you can get in. Like, you can apply for some jobs, like 35 Lima County Intelligence Agent. You can put in a packet for it.
Oh, yeah, some jobs you can put in a packet for.
Some jobs you can put a packet in. Just put it like that. But go ahead. Sorry.
So, I'm going to talk to y'all a little bit about my MOS because I got a love-hate relationship for my MOS.
It should be a love-love, though.
It should be a love-love, but
it is a tough job, though.
It's a tough job. So, it's easy in the aspect of the actual job, like what I do every day, especially working on the outpatient side, serving people at the window is very easy, but it's very mundane, and it is a customer service job. So if you don't like talking to people, if you don't like being around people, if people make you feel weird, If you don't like people in your bubble, you don't like a lot of people, it's not the job for you, because you have to be personable, you have to be happy, you have to be a people person, a customer service person, to be able to talk to people. And we deal with veterans, and we deal with soldiers and family members and dependents, and our job is to support the warfighters. So if they weren't sick and hurt, then we wouldn't have a job. So it's kind of hard and stressful because you're dealing with sick people every day and people who don't feel good. You're dealing with veterans who serve their time, and a lot of times they are stressed because they at the pharmacy because they sick, and they
We posted live on Facebook.
okay, and they it's just a lot that you have to deal with every day. But the actual job is easy. The hours, I will say, are long as a pharmacy technician because we have shift work. Usually you work in a hospital. A hospital is 24-hour operation. So there's no such thing as like weekends off, nights off, holidays off. People sick and admitted to the hospital at all times. So depending on your shift, depending on the hospital you work, depending on your unit and your base, you could be working night shift, day shift, anything like that. We wear ACU. Somebody asked me, what do we wear? So outpatient side, we wear ACUs. Inpatient side, we wear scrubs.
What's the other question?
I don't know about any Facebook groups that for information. All I know is there's a lot of people popping up here on YouTube with, YouTube channels giving out. Some of it is good information, some of it is misinformation, but you can pick and take and choose what you can from it.
What's the question?
A MP and I want to reclass to HR and go warrant.
So it's gonna be a little hard to reclass into 42 alpha, but I would definitely try. You'll probably have to do it during your first reenlistment if you just got in.
Yeah, that'd probably be the easiest way to do it.
But there are different options as an MP.
You don't like being an MP?
Look at going to a specialized field. You have like CID and forgot the other one. Or look at being 35 Lima. That's a good feeder MOS into military intelligence.
It might be hard for him to join in. If you got any like issues like that.
So if he wants to, as long as he can, if his arm is popping out of place, as long as he can complete the ACFT, should be okay. But verify this information with your closest recruiter, because I'm not a recruiter. But like Perry's arm pops out of place.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like there's multiple people. They're like double jointed.
Yeah, they have
as long as you
issues.
can physically complete what you have to as a soldier, then you'll be fine.
She said, I don't know what made you start a YouTube, but I'm happy you did. Oh, thank you. That's sweet. So it's a funny story. I actually started my YouTube doing makeup. Like, I love to do makeup, and I started my channel because I used to watch all these makeup people, and I did a military makeup one day, and so people figured out I was in the military, and then people asked me so many questions. I got so many views off of that video that I kind of shifted gears into answering more and more military questions, and then I kind of became a military YouTuber. She said he got a tattoo on his neck. So people ask me all the time about tattoos.
So there are waiver requests that you can put in for a plethora of different reasons. So again, I mean, it's gonna sound like a broken record, but the best source of information is gonna be your nearest recruiter because they'll know all the ins and outs and what's required.
Because stuff change all the time.
And it does, yes.
It changed all the time, depending on if they need people right now or if they don't.
I know it's a military channel, but who watching the All-Star game though? That's what's up. Anybody watching the All-Star game?
What's the video? What's your video request?
Anybody Knicks fans? No? Okay. Just wondering. Oh,
we got 9 people in here, only 5 likes. I need y'all to go on and hit a like on the way in.
Who's I am? Oh, you watch it? Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Let's say oh, an updated one. That's a good
Okay,
one.
you know what? It's so funny because I was actually thinking about it.
Oh,
Hey,
that's Indigo.
Natasha.
That's Indigo. What up, dudes?
Hey, I was thinking about doing an updated one, but I need to find a good topic. So y'all can let me know what's a good topic y'all want me to talk about.
Hey, bro, that's watching the All-Star game. Who's that? Perry? Alonzo? What you think about the new ending? The Elam ending? Good job. Let me see that. Crazy. Hey, let me tell you something about the Army, man. This is my spiel. Ashley done heard this 100,000 times. If you are not going to be a doctor or a lawyer, if you are not going to be a professional athlete, join the Army.
Turn the light out.
Join the Army all day. They'll pay for your school. They'll give you a lot of money. How you doing, Desiree Williams? Join the Army because I'm telling you, you can make your life off the Army. And now you got to give up some freedoms, but there's no other organization that'll help you own property like the Army will, in my opinion. So that's just my little spiel. I won't keep going. How do you see the questions?
I just kind of slide.
Oh, and they want to know who winning. I mean, I hate to say I think LeBron's team gonna win because he has an unfair advantage of picking first and picking the best player first on his teammate, and then old buddy Giannis has to pick his teammate first in the reserves, and he ain't the best player. Shipping out on Wednesday, BCT, MOSC burn. Ooh, no, that's a good one.
Is
yo.
Is that 74 Delta?
Yes.
I don't really hear people
on the low,
talk about that one.
That's a smooth MOS right there. Let me tell you.
What do you do?
Exactly. Exactly. When nobody knows what you do, you good.
What do you do?
Let me tell you, that's a good MOS. You about to go to BCT? Listen, just go out there and jog. Just get in as good shape as you can, and be resilient. They're gonna try to mess with you. It's all about teamwork. St. Fort Delta, a good choice though.
We on YouTube Live.
I'm in JRTC. Okay. If you want to be a combat medic in the Army, how much do you get paid? You get paid the same amount. You get paid the same amount of money no matter what MOS you do. So it don't matter.
What it say? Should I get my shots before I go to basic?
Don't do nothing on your own. Let me tell you something about the Army. This is why the Army is one of the best jobs in the world. They tell you where to be, what time to be, and they give you all the resources you need to do your job.
But what shots? What shots are you talking about?
I'm assuming she meant
like flu shot?
Yeah, that's what I thought she meant. Like,
no, don't get no shots.
Let
them give you all your shots.
Anti-bird flu, anti-coronavirus shot. I'm leaving in March for basic training.
I can't deal with the peanut butter one. The peanut. I heard that they don't do the peanut butter one anymore. That's what I hear.
Did you get the peanut butter shot?
I got it.
Yeah, the peanut butter shot hurt.
Yeah.
I'm leaving for March. What about leaving your kids and any advice for missing them?
Just sit in the chair.
Oh yeah. So we ain't had kids when we joined, but I tell you what, like I travel a lot, missing the kids. I would say focus on why you doing it. You making a sacrifice. Focus on why you focus on like why you joining the Army and the good that you doing it for. She said, I think it was a she. She said she leaving in March. Any advice on leaving their kids? That's where we at right now.
Oh, leaving your kids. So I didn't have kids when
I'm taking that one.
When I joined the military. So I can't really give you all the advice on that. I mean, I can, but I didn't live it. The only thing that I could say is just when you get there, remember why you went. It's gonna be hard. You can take a picture, put a picture of your family, your kids in your wall locker.
Yeah, use it as motivation.
Take a little. I've seen people take like a little hair bow, a little clip or something to remember their kids, and I mean it go by fast.
Listen,
but you gonna miss your kids.
Anything worth having is worth working for.
It's worth it. I feel like it's worth it.
All right, hold on. What rank are you? We both staff sergeants, easy ones. The ones during boot camp. Y'all see someone face. The shots during boot camp? Oh, I think you get your shots at medals.
No, you
before
get your
go.
shots. You get your shots at reception.
Oh, reception. So
Yeah.
yeah, like I said, the Army gonna give you yours. You good. Don't worry about it. There are 2 and turning 1.
Oh, her kids.
So 1 is 2 and 1's turning 1. Oh yeah, join the Army. Yeah, hey, stay focused. It will help your kids, especially daycare. Let me tell you, combat medic or infantry better. Combat medic by far.
Do not go infantry
I'm
unless you.
sorry. Listen,
I don't know.
no
I can't tell
disrespect.
anybody
I'll
to go
do it.
infantry.
I'm used to being. Hey, listen, no disrespect to anybody that's infantry, but the best thing you want to do when you join the Army is get a job that equates into a civilian job. Combat medic, you could be a EMT. Infantry, you could be security. You know, so it works. But let me tell you, combat, you learn a trade in the military. That's why I say join the military. Oh, you was the Prince George's County Police Explorer. That's what's up. So y'all,
What you doing, Papa?
listen, this All-Star game finna be lit, y'all. I can't wait. I'm trying to tell y'all, especially fourth quarter, and this new ending, it's cool. Oh, babe. Oh, you ain't getting no fresh braids. Oh, baby.
How much time and what times will you have to wash your hair and get fresh braids? So you won't have a lot of time at all in basic
Somebody
training.
got it.
Like not a lot of time at all.
No, keep going. We're going.
So basic training, they have your day laid out for you the whole day up until I think about 8 o'clock is like lights out. You got time to take a shower and go to sleep. So at lights out is your personal time. Like an hour before lights out is your personal time to wash your hair or get your hair braided or whatever. But during the day, there's no time for hair during the day. The only time you got is an hour before bed. So that's why I tell people to get braids before they come or do a style that you can do quickly. And this is every single day. Your day is laid out for you. Every hour is laid out for you with things to do. You don't have any personal time until an hour before bed. So if you can do it in that hour before bed, then go head on. Yeah.
And new stuff. Why don't they just leave the comments up? Like I don't understand. That's so distracting. Listen, when you're in basic training, you all about business. You ain't worried about your hair and how it look. Get through them 9 weeks. It's 9 or 8 weeks.
It's 10.
It's 10 weeks now. Get through those 10 weeks and go fast. She got super short hair, the back is shaved. She just put some braids in. Nah, that's you, I guess.
No, I say if it's that short, just brush
I will
it, comb
leave
it to
it.
the back, brush it to the back, cause you're gonna have a hat and a helmet on most of the time anyway. So braids is more so if you got like shoulder length hair or longer hair and you want to just keep it back. Like you see how I got 2 braids like this. This is a perfect style for basic training.
Protective hairstyle. I be knowing. Hey y'all, who gonna win All-Star game? We got LeBron or Giannis? You ain't tell me. You ain't put your 2 cents in, Mr. Oh, somebody said this.
Ain't nothing. Oh, I'm just not back live. Oh, I didn't even know I was live.
Yeah, I guess I'm straight. Ain't no joke.
Uh-oh. Look at the Army color guard.
There we go. Hey. There's infantryman in the front. Oh, and in the middle. First and third one. Got that little infantry middle thing.
I want to do color guard at the game like that.
Oh, you know what I'm talking about. Turn it back before YouTube shuts you down. Oh, snap!
Shaka Khan.
Where did that shot come from?
She said her husband got Team LeBron.
I mean, I think at the end, Giannis is gonna pull it out though. What is that?
We got to
sound?
pour the wine.
Oh, it's time to pull up.
We about to pour the wine, y'all.
Oh, it's time to pull up.
Pour up, pour the
But
wine.
Gavin gonna spill it. You gotta wait till he go to bed. Gavin a hater. Come on, buddy. Come watch it with me.
What questions y'all got? Because I'm trying to get mentally prepared for this ACFT.
Oh, yeah. Anybody in the army in here? There's nobody currently in the army?
There's people know.
I meant in here.
No,
I
we
just
just
want to see
dropped
if
down to
anybody
3.
took it. Oh, it's only 3 of us? Well, 5 of us, including us. And 6, Gavin.
Because it's about to make my head hurt.
What?
Her singing,
Don't do her like that. Why you have to leave?
it's too much. All right, so let me show y'all what my baby got me. What my baby got me for Valentine. So these right here are chocolate wine glasses. So this is my favorite wine, if anybody was interested and wanted to know. Bogle brand is my favorite. And apparently you can drink wine out of these chocolate cups. So we gonna see what this be like tonight. I also got my flowers here.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
It's not it. It's not it. Oh, real quick, can we turn this down a little bit?
Y'all
Cause
got
it's
the same hair.
too much yelling. So I want to put y'all onto some YouTube channels. That's not the right remote. Some YouTube channels that I've been watching lately. Um, that if people want to get some good military content. So first off, my girl Miss Streaks. I always talk about her in my stuff because me and her kind of became. I want to say we kind of became YouTube friends. I don't know her, personally before YouTube in real life, but we talked on the phone a few times.
Is that the
She
one with the
seems
podcast?
cool. Yeah, she got a podcast.
They
Her and her
cool.
husband active duty Army as well, stationed in Colorado, and they have a podcast. So make sure y'all stop by her
Tell them to come
channel.
on the YouTube so they can. Oh, can you share it like on Instagram where multiple people can go on the chat?
I don't know, like
Oh my God, bruh. You put
But
saliva in my mouth.
when I'm finished with this live, I'll edit the description box and I'll put her information down there. And so she's a good channel. Drill Sergeant Lynch, I kind of just started watching him. I like him if y'all want some kind of, he does more reactions. He's getting a professional channel where he answers more questions. But his stuff is just more so based off of his interactions, his life, his stuff that he got going on in the military. But he is a drill sergeant. The official Ricky Bowden, he's good because he's been doing like interviews with different people. Can you get him the bottle?
Oh, come on, let's get a bottle.
He's been doing interviews with different people as far as if you want to learn what a different MOS is like. So he interviewed me. He interviewed Miss Driggs. He interviewed anybody looking for a 42 Alpha job, like a cook job, like all of those different type of jobs. If you kind of want to get a little bit of insight, he's interviewing different people with different MOSs on his channel. So people like you all who are interested in the military, want to know a little bit more about the military, can check him out. But I got big plans for my channel this year. I always say that every year, but for real, y'all, this year, I want to try to get a little more personal with you all. I feel like a lot of my content is educational and informational, but I don't share a lot of my life. So I'm trying to get a little more transparent with you all, show you all a little bit more of my life. Can you turn that down? Because that's commercial loud.
Oh.
So y'all let me know if there's anything that you're interested in. What kind of housing do they provide? As far as like on base?
Yeah, because they provide. So if you single, you live in the barracks. It's like it's the closest thing is like a college dorm. And have you heard anything about the MLS 35 November? Yeah. Yes, intel. And if you have a family, then they will provide you housing on post with the family. It's typically small, maybe, like, but they're getting bigger. Maybe like 1,700, 2,000 square foot for a little 3 bedroom, 3, 4 bedroom, depending on how many children and the sex that they are. But they will provide you with what you need and then a little bit extra. The Army got your back.
Got your back.
Anything else to add about housing?
Housing, I would say,
Then I'll get to the 35
I
November.
would say, like for us, I would say depending on where you live, sometimes it's better to live on base, sometimes it's better to live off base. And I just recently did a video about that as well. But I would say living on base is quicker, it's faster. Sometimes it's a little bit cheaper, sometimes it's more efficient, especially when you got to get up early for work or for PT.
Early.
It's a little less hassle, but living on base sometimes is cheaper, depending on the circumstances. We live off base because it's
Right now.
cheaper, I guess. Not really cheaper, but
No, it is actually.
is it? Yeah.
Because we're
That's
doing
what I said.
military
Because we
though.
do a military, so depending on the circumstances, it could be a little bit cheaper.
That's a rarity. You should probably mostly live on base. In my opinion. Sorry, I'm very opinionated. Well, the other person said, oh, 35 November. 35 of November is a very good MOS. If you qualify for 35 November, sign on that. Sign the paperwork yesterday.
What is the 35 November?
They are, I think, they're a type of analyst. I think signals intelligence analyst. I think, but it's a good MOS because it's a good job where you will. It's a very it's a good job where you'll be thinking a lot and you'll be doing a lot of analytical work probably, and it equates to a civilian job after you get out the military.
Those are the type of jobs you want to look for.
That's what you want in your life. You want to answer about the female?
Oh, let me see. What was it?
Join the Air Force.
What's the best branch for single females that don't want to do combat? Yes, the Air Force. I mean, I don't know a lot about the Air Force like in detail, but I would say the Air Force if you just a single female don't want to do combat. You should do cooking videos or day in the life. Maybe I could do more day in the life. I'm not a big cooker, and I've what deter me from cooking, even if I could do like bacon or something. I've seen people do cooking videos on their channels and get ate up. Like people just talk about everything. People so
Man,
these
people
days,
so
but no, these
petty.
days people petty. People
I don't
so
care.
mean.
Me
Like
and Giselle just did a cooking show. We about to post it.
no, people be like, oh, she didn't wash this before she touched that, and she didn't wash her hands,
But you
and
ain't
it's
eating
cross
it.
contamination, and blah blah blah. I ain't got time for all of that because I've been to tell somebody
Cross-contaminate.
something about themselves.
You know what I'm
Like
saying?
people really sit in the videos and like pick out stuff. Like the counter was dirty right here, the pot was dirty, the pot had this in the bottom of it, and people zoom in like she didn't wash her
And
hands before she
screenshot
did
it.
it. Yeah, I don't have time for that. So that's why I can't do no cooking stuff. Cause I seen people do cooking channels and people do stuff like that to them on their channels.
All
And I ain't
right,
got time.
he about done.
Is chaplain assistant a good job?
That's a really good job.
I'm gonna put him to
That's
bed.
a
You
chill
can talk about
job. That's a real
that.
chill.
Charge it.
We might need to charge it. That's a real chill job. I'm the S6 person. Oh, my bad. I'm the tech support person of the house, so I'm about to get the charger. Chaplain assistant is a really good job. If you are into religious services and that's your field, that's your passion, that's a really, 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 really good job. And then you get to help people too. You definitely so you have to be a people person because you are going to help people along because that's what the chaplain does. They provide religious support to the soldiers, both in combat and back in what we call garrison, back in the rear, back like where we're at in the United States. Sorry, I couldn't. So if y'all can't tell, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not very like camera like ready. I'm not like Ashley. I'm just kind of. I don't know. She said I gotta slow my speech down sometimes when I talk and stuff. So I'm not really good. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all wait for the professional to come back, but I'll try. Let me charge this up. All right, what was the next question? Because I don't want to be in his life. I was trying to just repeat what I'm saying. Oh yeah, don't do 88. Oh, she told you that? Hey, boy, that was some good advice. Don't do 88 Mike. No. No, 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 no. No. The bonus not worth it. Yes, no. The bonus is not worth it. Do not do. Yeah, she gave you some good advice. What about having a body? You can, okay, so yeah, you can have a side business while on the service as long as it doesn't interfere with your, oh, I do talk fast, dang. As long as it does not interfere with your ability to do your job as a soldier. So you can have a side business and you could and be a soldier. I mean, technically, Ashley has a YouTube channel and she makes money. So in essence, she has a side business and she's an active duty soldier. So you can have a side business, but your first priority is to be a soldier, and it cannot interfere with your daily duties to be an active duty service member. Art with Tam K. Oh, we can pull up. You want to take it? You can. I don't know how much charge it is. Go ahead and take it with you. Pull up.
I'm back. Because of you, I told my recruiter I didn't want to be an 88 Mike, and he was like, "What's wrong with 88 Mike?" I just No, I'm so glad that you did not be an 88 Mike, because you would have hated life. Like, I don't know. No. No offense to 88 Mikes, but I've seen people that are 88 mics and they hate their life. Like, they just hate it. Like, you getting dirty. You in the garage. They call it the motor pool. You in the garage all day. You getting dirty. You working on cars. You fixing on cars. You go to the field. You deploy all the time. The life expectancy of an 88 mic, like, in a deployment is not that long because you out doing convoys. So you out left open to bombs and IEDs and just everything. Like, no. If I could tell anybody to pick a specific MOS, I would say something medical, something that have to do with computers like Signal, or something maybe intelligence, but I ain't too with the intelligence either. The bonus. Oh yes, so that's another thing. They try to give you this big old bonus. Guess why? Because nobody wants a job. It's not a good job. That's why they give you this big bonus, try to trick you into doing it, because the job sucks. It's not worth the $20,000. What about having a side business while in the service? Yeah, I definitely think you should. If you can handle a side job while you're in the military, go ahead and do it. A lot of times, though, just know that if you do have a side job or, like a second job, you have to get clearance through your command to do it. And if your commander allows you to do it, then go ahead. Stack your coins. I don't know if I want to join the Army or the Marines. Let me tell you, the Marines is hardcore. And if you're thinking about joining the Marines, more props to you, because they hardcore. Do a pull up. Y'all think the Army life is hard. The Marines is like 3 times harder. So if for the females that I see that's Marines, I give them their props, because it is not easy at all. Can we pull up the wine? We about to pull up the wine, y'all. Go ahead and hit a like on the way in for me, please. We got the wine connoisseur over here.
Everybody like wine? Everybody drink wine? Just us. So for example, I don't use allowance that's given to me for my clothes. Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can spend it on whatever you want. But
look professional.
Be professional, and don't be coming talking about you ain't got no money to get a new uniform or to get something fixed or added to your uniform when you get a clothing allowance. Because that's what my soldiers try to do.
Uniform needs to.
Lyles try to be like, I gotta pay for this. She said, they need to give me money for this. I said, they do. They give you money every year. It's called a clothing allowance. So you have to go to boards. You have to get new stuff all the time. And that's why they give you money for it.
LeBron trying to win the MVP.
What are some tips for my husband that's not in the service as a stay-at-home dad while I'm going to basic training at AIT?
Y'all got kids? You need more info.
Yeah, I think she's the one that had the kids. But I would say, like for spouses, when you are in basic and you call back home, tell them to be present. Tell them to, you know what I mean. Like they should set aside time. That should go without saying. But some people be busy, or some people don't realize how hard it is being away from your family in basic training. And you know, when you get that one phone call for that 10 minutes or however long it is, you want them to be all ears. You want them to talk to you and stuff.
Pause the answering the questions for a second. Talk about this wine we finna pull up.
Let me finish the question.
Oh, okay, go ahead with your parents.
So I would say tell them to be present when they're on the phone. You're gonna get a address. So a lot of times sending mail. We talked about this. Getting that mail
It's very important.
is very, very important. So if it's a holiday, if it's
Anytime.
whatever, anytime, send cards, send mail, because that means a lot to the person that is in there. And then for them also, let them know that they're not going to talk to you. Like, it's going to be times, it could be like weeks that they might not be able to talk to you or call you or whatever. If it's an emergency, they can contact the Red Cross. But
you'll be okay.
other than that, they don't hear from you. So y'all just gotta have trust and love that everything gonna be all right. It'll go by fast, but yeah.
Waiting on you.
Okay, we finna do a little intermission because we gotta
Yeah, we'll come back to them.
sip on this wine.
Look here, y'all.
Let me see if I can prop it up here.
We got our chocolate wine glasses. And this is my babes. And then we
Oh,
pour
that one's
red
mine?
wine in there. Well, you can open it, whichever one's which.
Is it one dark chocolate?
Nah, it's the same.
Oh, one look darker.
Oh, this is fly. We've been doing life wrong.
Here, can you? I don't know what you did to open it,
Taste a little
but
bit
I
of that
just
right
wanna
there.
taste it. Yo, I got wine in a chocolate glass.
You know why, babe?
Wow.
Cause you too sweet.
Ooh, ooh,
Yeah,
ooh.
me. Oh, this might be dark chocolate. You right.
I was gonna say one look darker.
But this one don't go down. It's like a little shot of wine. Y'all, we love red wine. We went to Napa and it changed our lives.
For the best.
For the best. Oh, this was up. Yeah, we can take this to the table. I got the portable charger, and I have some more upstairs.
Okay.
You won't die.
We at 43 minutes, so I'm gonna keep this live at about 60. Cause I don't think that people really go back and rewatch lives that be long. I don't know.
Talking to the people that's with us now.
Okay. Okay, let me go back and look at the questions. MOS and 92 Foxtrot.
Hello?
Hey, Tanisha said she love wine. Hey, Tamiko said pour up.
Hello?
Yes, y'all just don't know. Like, we be on the wine. Next week, we're going to a wine tasting for his birthday. So, we might have to take y'all with me. 92 Fox, I don't know what that. I heard of it. I'm gonna have to ask him when he come back what he think about that. 92 Yankee, that's Supply. I don't really hear a lot of bad things about Supply. I kind of like Supply. Sometimes I hear that it might be hard to get promoted, but other than that, I think it just depends. Like, my job is hard to get promoted too, but I think Supply is a good starter job for something bigger and better once you leave the military. Like logistics, you got to think of it like when you in Supply, you managing hundreds of thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of items. So that looks good, like on a resume. So I got a 39 but 90 GT score. I went to MEPS on Wednesday. They offered me infantry or driving tanks. I think I should study to try the Air Force. I don't know. I think you should study and try to take the GT, try to take the ASVAB again. Do not.
What's up now? Where we at?
They said
Back in game, baby.
got a 39 but 90 GT score. I went to MEPS on Wednesday. They offered me infantry or driving tanks. I think I should study to try the Air Force. I don't know what to do.
Oh, you already know the answer. You just gave us the answer. Study.
Study and go to the Air Force?
No. You're not getting the Air Force. That's quick. Study and take it again.
Yeah, study and take it again.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, listen, SFAB is, let me be honest with you, because you don't know what you're getting into. So, it's very hard to do well the first time. It's just what it is. So, study, take it again. If you join the military, the SFAB is the most important test you've ever taken.
Mm-hmm.
That's just bottom line. So, if you think you just take it one time, and most probably, I would say more than half of the people was partying, forgot about it, stayed up late.
Didn't take it serious.
Didn't take it serious. They didn't do it like the ACT or ACT. So retake it and take your time. Listen, there is no rush. That $2,000 you missing out on could cost you $20,000 to $50,000 to $200,000 later on in your life.
They got books, ASVAB for dummies. They got practice tests online. You can just Google like Army ASVAB practice test.
I just bought one for my
Barnes
cousin.
and Noble, yeah. So
we can do a video on that.
get the study material to do it.
Hit us up.
And then go back and do it.
Oh, we got Apple Arcade.
Somebody said something about 92 Fox.
92 Fox. What's 92 Fox?
I heard of it before. I think that's what that girl said when we was in Jamaica.
92 Fox.
When we was in Jamaica, I think that's what she said her job was. Is it true the Army is going back to the old uniform? They going back to the old, like...
Pink and greens, baby.
Pink and greens. Like, if you look in the old civil rights dress uniforms, that's how it looks.
It was civil rights.
That's how it looks.
Can we talk about... It was the World War II.
I thought it. No, I really thought it was from the civil rights.
You mean the Civil War?
Yeah.
Put down the drink. Put it down. She lit. She's at 92 Fox or he?
92 Fox. Have you guys rode on the airline for military service members?
Petroleum supply specialist.
Price?
Don't do that. No, 92 Fox.
That's what she said her job was.
No.
Remember the girl?
Yep, I remember that. No. You don't want that.
Okay, so who was that? That was
Who that?
Tishanya Smith.
Oh, she like wine? Tishanya, you cool peoples. Love wine. What kind of wine you like, Tishanya? You a Stella Rosa fan?
But don't do the 92 Fox, he said.
Pull up. Oh, who pulling up?
That's what they said, pull up.
All right, there. Yeah, no 92 Fox. 99. If you already in it, that's cool. Listen, if you're in the MOS that we say, hey, it might not be the best for you, there's always a chance to reclass.
They said, have we did the Space A, like, flights for the military?
I did it. Did you take the dark chocolate? I want to make sure you got it. Okay. I did it a long time ago. So the Space
it must have been before you met me, because I ain't ride on no Space A flight with you.
No, I think I was a kid. So Space A is
I was gonna say.
Why you trying to be funny?
No,
Like,
I'm just saying.
you know what I'm saying? Y'all always trying to check me. No, Space A is a good program. You have to have flexible travel plans. I would say, for me at least, I think it's a good program if you are in an area that's Space A. So let's say, since we live in DC and there's a Space A flight out of Baltimore, then we could probably do Space A, because if we don't get on the flight, we can just come back home. But if you fly, let's say from Chicago, and you trying to, or that's a bad example. Let's say you live in Sacramento and you trying to fly out of Seattle, and you go to Seattle and get a hotel room, and you don't get, and so on and so forth. If you're on emergency leave, Space A is the way to go, though, because you're the highest priority.
Yes.
As far as I know. Double check all my answers with Google.
I appreciate y'all hitting the like button. We had 11 likes. If y'all can hit a like on the way in.
See, she got high standards, y'all, because she got 19K subscribers. I don't have that many friends. So I feel like, you know what I'm saying, all 80 y'all
No, because
really like
so
me.
let me tell y'all, for real,
it.
like on a real tip. Because I get a lot of people that watch my channel and I get views, but a lot of people don't subscribe. And so YouTube sees that. They see like, oh, this video is getting views, but nobody's subscribing off of it. So they won't push your video. So if you like, that's why people say like, comment, and subscribe. If you like the video, or even if you dislike it, it's letting YouTube know that somebody's interacting in this video. If you comment on that video, it lets YouTube know that you interact and you commenting, and the more people that comment, the more people that like, it pushes that video out so more people see it.
Bump all that, pull up.
Somebody said they like white Zinfandel. I'm not a white wine person. If I do white, then
white
it's
Zinfandel.
Asti or Moscato.
White Zinfandel ain't bad. Who says that's their husband talking about retake the ASFAB? Oh, we already talked about that. My husband thinking about the. I don't think Tanisha Smith finished her sentence. She might be porn too. What's the highest score you got to get on the ASFAB to go combat medic? So there is a minimal score for some MOSs, and I'll be honest with you, I don't know what it is. Most of the time, it's not based off of your ASFAB score though; it's based off of your GT score. There's maybe a little antiquated information because I joined the Army in 2004.
Merlot.
How you go from Zinfandel to Merlot?
Merlot, though.
You
I
are
love me
on the
some
left and right.
Merlot.
I'm sorry, I'm a square. Hey, I'm like a square, y'all. Shiny object. I'll get distracted real quick. But what was you talking about? Oh, MOS,
I was
combat
gonna say, I
medic.
don't remember.
So yeah, so if you need to get to be a combat medic, you probably don't have to have a super high score, but you do need to have a decent GT score. The magic number for most GT scores for quote unquote a good job is a 110 GT score. So if you get above a 110, you got the Willy Wonka golden ticket. You good. If you don't worry about it. The ASFAB is a really crazy test. Just retake it. Take your time and retake it. I don't know what the rules are for retaking it, but you know
Every
what?
6 months.
Don't let
You
them
gotta
tell
wait
you
6
no.
months.
Well, then wait. It's worth it. I promise you, it's worth it. I ain't never met a person who retook the ASFAB test and regretted it.
Can you rank up in basic training? Yes. So I just
You
realized
skipped
this.
over this person.
Um,
But we can come back to the Space Force.
So I just realized that, I mean, I knew you could get promoted, but they have, it's in the regulation because we had to look it up. So my soldier got promoted in basic training. He came in as an E2. He got promoted to E3, which is PFC and basic training, because the commander has the right to give a waiver to the top 10% or to 10% of the company. It just if they feel like it. Like that day they come in a good mood, they got the right to give
Oh, that's
a
based
waiver
off of
to
the 192.
10%
Yeah.
of their company for promotion. So my soldier, I think I don't know how many, but it was more than one of them that got promoted in basic training. So yes, it is possible to get promoted in basic training. It is possible to get promoted before you join the military. So you should be asking your recruiter what you can do to get promoted before you join the military, because nobody should come in as a fuzzy patch. Like
Can you
nobody.
still do the test? Like, if you pass the PT test at 50 points in each event, you get
I think
automatic
so.
E2?
There's people that come in as E2.
Yeah. So I know if you have some college credits, you can come in as an E3, a private first class. That's the third rank.
PT
E1,
test,
E2, E3. And
learn the alphabet. That's what I
yeah,
had
but
to
that's
do.
pencil whipped.
But it's still better
Okay.
than coming in as an E1.
Yeah, learn the alphabet, and then if you could pass, like, if you could score a certain point on the PT test, which you're gonna eventually have to do, so you might as well do it. Just get your coins early. You can rank up. So, like she said, do it early.
The space branch.
Listen, y'all. Little known knowledge. I'm about to drop some knowledge on y'all right here. So anybody who ain't like the video, hover over it right now. See, I don't even push it like that. But this about to be some mind blowing things right now for y'all. I don't think Ashley know this.
What?
She don't even know what I'm about to say, y'all. She don't even know. I'm about to blow y'all minds right now. And if I don't blow your minds, leave a comment and tell me like, nah, I already knew that. Then I'll salute you. We already had a Space Force, y'all. It existed. Take it back. Did you know that?
Well, I didn't know it was called Space Force. I knew there were people in outer space, but I didn't know all the whole technical lingo. But it's new for the military to be a
No,
part of
ma'am.
the Army to be a part of it.
No, ma'am. Well, not the Army. You're right, the Army.
The Army.
So we didn't have a Space Force. I stand corrected. But we had a Space Command. And it was part of the Air Force. And they worked with space. Because think about this, y'all. GPS came from the military. That's our satellites. And where are our satellites?
You said, where are they?
Yeah, where are our satellites?
space.
I told y'all she told me to slow down, y'all. I told them that while you was gone. They in space. So the military has always had a space command. Oh, she done had too much. She tried to take 2 shots with the Deuce Dynasty. And now she over there. But we have had a space command. Now it's a separate branch of the military because it has become increasingly important. So don't let the media fool y'all. Do your research. But that's a good and ask good questions like you did.
Y'all let us know if y'all want us to code live more often. We
I,
might try to do that.
I think y'all should, because I like going live, and she don't, she kind of scared, because I'm kind of crazy, and I done said something, I said the wrong thing. Can you rank up? Just graduated from basic at Fort Campbell. Thanks for your videos and advice. Oh, Fort Campbell, Kelvin.
Hey.
That's where Power Move is. Down there at Fort Campbell. Sorry, the 92 Fox is my husband. My husband was thinking about that. Oh, I mean, regardless, see, I talk about these MOSs gender neutral, whether you're a female or a male, because I think your MOS should be you should pick your MOS based off of the career advancement and your ability to get a civilian job. So that's not just about what a female can do or what a male can do. It's yeah, at least my advice is gender neutral. Now I know Ashley's channel is mostly for females, and I won't say mostly, but
Yeah, it is.
yeah, for females in the military. So she definitely speaks to you all, you females, and gives y'all really good advice because she's a great female in the military. Look at her. Look at her. And she fine too, y'all. No, she's fine. See, that's why I don't get to go live. So student loan repayment program. I knew there's a new list for the MOS to qualify. So should I wait to join the MOS is not on the list, or should I? Oh,
I don't know nothing about that.
that's a good question. I know a lot about that. I went through that. Can you get promoted beyond the field because I'm coming in as E3 and recruiter said the highest I could be as E3 with no degree. That is true. Yes, go live more often. Yes. All right, see, look at him. Hey, see, tell her
You
go
didn't
live.
answer the question.
I'm about to go back. I was just catching up. So listen, I'm intimately familiar with the student loan repayment program. I came in the student loan repayment, and let me tell y'all, last night the DJ saved my life. That joint helped me out immensely.
What?
The student loan repayment program. It really did. It helped me. It helped me shave off a lot of debt. To answer that question, I hate to be. I hate to say it depends, and I'm not going to say that.
Depends on what.
It depends. She said, should she wait for the MOS to become available on the list for the student loan repayment program? So this is what I would say. I really do hate to say it depends. It depends on how much student loans you have. Because if you're talking about 80, 90,000 student loans, it might be worth it to sign up for a MOS that we sit here and talk about, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, and then reclass or just get out. But because let me tell you, because you will have to do a minimum
For you.
of 4 years for a student loan repayment program. But it's worth it depending on how much student loans you have. And ensure that they are paying for federal and private. If it's only federal and majority of your student loans are in private, then it might not be worth it to do it. Because I was told that it was federal and private, and they tried to pay for my federal, and then I appealed it to get my private paid for too. So it's a very, very good program, but you have to fight for what you want. I'm sorry, that was long, but I feel very passionate about that program. That's why I don't get to go live, y'all. Oh, see, but they ain't had no more questions. I could have kept talking about it. They got 53 points in the first quarter. God dang, ain't nobody playing
See,
defense.
I didn't think y'all liked the lives. People don't really watch my live, so this live already at an hour, 59 minutes. But
Maybe we can come back in the second half
yeah.
after we have a little more wine in us. You know what I'm saying? Then she'll let me talk a little bit more. Oh, what's going on?
But no, maybe we can do like a weekly, because I see some YouTubers that do like a weekly live, like on a weekend or whatever. And then there is a way that you can have two people, like, have another person in your live. I don't know how to do it, but the one YouTuber I watch, they do it together every weekend.
See, I like the Dre Elite. Not Dre Elite. Oh, see, I done messed up her name on YouTube. Yes. So, at least when I joined, again, caveat, this was 2004. But if you score, back when I joined, if you score 50 points on the APFT, then you could be promoted and know the alphabet.
Yeah,
So,
I
like,
had to learn
the
alphabet.
phonetic alphabet. Then, excuse me, you can join as E2. So ask your recruiter. Listen, y'all, just go to your recruiter and say, "How do I get promoted? I'm only joining if I can get promoted." Excuse me. But y'all have to be firm. I'm only joining if I get promoted. So how do I get promoted? They'll find a way.
Yes.
They will find a way because they need you as much as you need them. As long as you get a good ASVAB score or GT score. Oh, well, Cavi, don't go in there getting a 60 on the GT talking about you need me. Or have felonies or, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, don't do that. And don't hide nothing. Don't, if you got a record, don't hide nothing. I keep getting different answers, but how, after being a kid, does it take for your family to move on base? Just be saved privately. Everybody keep asking. Do people
I'm
go
gonna leave.
back?
I'm gonna leave it public.
That's nice. Um, what they ask?
About your family coming. When can your family come?
Oh yeah, you know I don't know a lot about that. I ain't gonna be honest, cause I joined when I was single. But you just going through it with what's the name?
But so let me
Who's
read the
you?
question because it
Yeah.
was something about after you
Crushing
get to
that
your duty
chocolate
station,
though.
does it take for your family to move with you? So usually, so this is what happened. What usually happens when you leave basic training at AIT. A lot of people get the option to go home for hometown recruiting. So hometown recruiting is you get to go to your where you came from to your hometown for 10 days of free leave. At that time, you can bring your family with you. So if you're stationed in the States, you can drive to wherever your new duty station is with your family. And when you get there, you sign up for housing. You'll live in a hotel for however long it takes you to get housing. And your family can come right from the get go. Like I've had soldiers that brought their family with them to their first duty station. Now, if you overseas, you have to make sure that it is in your orders that your family could come with you,
Command
and your
sponsor.
family
They need to be command sponsored.
they come like you have to go there to Germany and then wait for them to come with you.
We're saying the same thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So your family can come with you.
Welcome to marriage, y'all.
Your family can come with you right off the bat if they're in your orders,
Yes.
basically. How much about the Missouri basic training? Oh, have you?
She's talking about Fort Lost in the Woods. That's where
Fort
you went,
Leonard
ain't
Wood?
it?
Yeah, I went to Fort Leonard Wood a long time ago.
Hey, boy, cold.
I don't think
boy.
it really changed too
When
much.
you going?
It just was cold when I went. I went in January.
Depends
So it
on
was
when you
cold.
going. Hey, y'all. Hey, I'm about to give y'all a sneak tip right here, y'all. Basic training when it's cold. If it rains, put your sleeping bag in a little bit of water.
Why?
Because you got to go back. Because they can't let you sleep in a wet
All right,
sleeping
y'all
bag.
messing around me in a wet sleeping bag.
You'll be going back. And somebody asked another question, though, in the real.
Can people send you things in basic training? They probably shouldn't because depending on what it is,
It'll be confiscated.
it'll be confiscated.
They'll save it for later and give it to you
They
after
like
you graduate.
look through your stuff and search through your stuff really, especially if it's like
They will
packages.
search through it. They'll tell you to open it in front of them.
Yeah,
They
so they'll
can't.
tell
By
you
law, they can't.
they'll
search
have
through
you
it.
open it in front of them. So if it's something
look at
that you're
the building.
not, oh, that's kind of cool. If it's
Yeah,
something
we'll
that
go
you're
to
not
All-Star
supposed to
Weekend.
have, they'll take it right then and there when you open it.
Has anybody ever been to
Now,
All-Star
a little,
Weekend? Anybody in the crew ever been to All-Star Weekend? Because I want to go so bad, but we can't afford it.
a little cheat tip. So when I was in basic training, why you got his legs like that?
He's tall. You probably can't keep
When
him.
I was in basic training, my
Oh,
bunkmate,
did you need some?
yeah, let me get a little bit.
You spilled some on your shirt.
My bunkmate, she slept in the bunk under me because I had the top bunk. She slept in the bunk under me. She loved gum. This girl loved her some gum. And so you can't have any candy, any sweets or anything like that. So she would have her husband, she was married, she would have her husband put one piece of gum in a letter. And it's so thin, like, you know, people are not going to think that it's gum in a letter or whatever, like in a card or whatever. So, like, he would send her a card every week, and she had a piece of double mint gum in her when she opened up her card or her letter every week. So, like, little stuff like that, like, nobody's really going to catch it. But people are not going to be able to send you, like, packages of candy or cookies or whatever, stuff like that.
We do not advocate any sneaking of contraband into basic training.
Yes.
I'm not trying to get
Don't
sued
do
by
it.
YouTube or called into commander's office.
Will PT with my school's ROTC program be enough to be prepared for basic? I don't know what y'all doing for y'all PT program, but the ACFT is here. So if you're not doing stuff that's gonna prepare you for the ACFT, like the leg tug, the deadlift, the power throw, stuff like that, then I would say no. But I don't know again what y'all doing. Like y'all might be doing
But you know
stuff to
what?
prepare.
You know what I think? I think most 18 to 25-year-olds or 16, 25-year-olds, I think you'll be good to pass the ACFT if you're not crushing Call of Duty 17 to 18 hours a day and going through 4 to 6 bags of Cheetos and 3 2-liter Mountain Dews a day, then I think you'll be fine to pass the PT test and get promoted to E2. I want to see everybody that follows Army Princess with 2 N's to come in as an E2 at least. And somebody asked, is the maximum? We skipped over that. The maximum, the highest rank you can come in is an E3 without a degree, and that is yes.
Yeah.
You have to have a degree to come in as E4. And I think everybody that follows Army Princess with 2 N's, none of her followers should come in as E4.
As the E4?
Yeah, none of them.
Why?
Because they should all come in as officer.
Oh.
Unless you have student loans and you need that repaid. Take that back.
But they pay the officers student loans on that?
No, I don't think so. Only if you come in as like a doctor or a lawyer or something.
They pay Captain Goodbye.
And what do you come in as?
Pharmacist.
Pretty much a doctor. Or if you have a advanced degree, more than just a bachelor's.
Because that's why he came in, to get his student loans repaid.
So, hey, she brought up a good point. If you're if you're a doctor or a lawyer, pharmacist, you want to do that, and you go through school, then join the Army, because they'll pay all that stuff back. You do 4 years and you get out and go do whatever you thought.
And then you got experience, like
And your
that
resume's
right
built.
there. If you
Go
come
ahead,
in as a
babe.
doctor or a lawyer
Drop
or a
knowledge.
pharmacist or whatever, a nurse or whatever, they will pay your student loans back. You do your 4 years, you get out. Now you got experience, 4 years of experience in the military, and no student loans.
Drop knowledge.
Like everybody's gonna hire you.
Drop it.
How long does it take to be a specialist? So E1 through E4 is automatic promotion. E1 to E2 is 6 months. E2 to E3 is 12 months.
Oh, you memorized it? Look at you.
I had to learn it in ALC.
Hey, I see you play. I forgot all this.
And I want to say E3 to E4 is 24 months.
I told them I was an E6. I'm E6 promotable.
E6 promotable right here. E6 promotable.
That party gonna be lit this summer. I can't wait.
And I'm E6, so staff sergeant. All right, so that is pretty much it. We had like 68 minutes, y'all, so we're going to go ahead and end this live right
I knew she was
here.
gonna shut it down. Just
But
when
we're going
got
to pick it
lit.
back up. We can pick it back up in
Just
a
when
little
we
while.
got lit, man.
We
I hope
gon-
y'all come back. If y'all don't come back, she ain't gonna.
We gonna
she
pick
ain't
it back
let
up
me
in a
stay
little
live.
while.
Oh, you got hung, bro. Okay.
Would you guys want to become recruiters? I wouldn't mind doing recruiter. He doesn't want to be a recruiter. Recruiter is a lot of work, though. Hard work.
See, you just
told
put me out
that.
there. I don't, but there's a reason. I mean, okay, that ain't cool. Nah, I mean, I love the Army, and I love, if y'all can't tell, and I love to tell people about the Army. Recruiters is different because they just force you to get people and like process them through like a factory. And I wouldn't be a good recruiter because I'll be like really trying to help somebody get a good job as opposed to just saying like, oh, I'll just come in
Be
as 88
infantry.
Mike. Yeah. So I wouldn't be a good recruiter because I'd be like, nah, you don't want to come in as 88 Mike. And my boss would be like, what the freak are you doing? We need numbers. So that's why I don't want to be a recruiter. But I love to tell people that the Army's the second best thing that happened to me besides, or maybe the third, my wife and my kids. I forgot about the kids. They sleep though, so they don't know. But I'm telling you, the Army, I'm trying to tell you, this is what I tell you. I know we about to go, but this is what I tell people. I grew up in a lower to middle class family, right? And you have lower class, you have middle class, and you have upper class. And then in the middle, you have lower to middle class, and you have middle to upper class. If you want to change any of those classes, the Army is the best avenue if you're below middle class. If you're middle class and below. The Army is the best avenue to change your class. To go from lower class to lower middle class or go from middle class to upper middle class or upper class. So I hope that made sense. I know I talk fast when I'm nervous because y'all make me nervous, but it's fun, and I hope y'all come back, or else she won't let us go live.
All right, y'all. So we gonna end it here. We'll probably be back in a little while. We gonna watch a little bit of the
We're
game.
coming back in the second half, I think. If y'all
Yeah,
come
in the
back.
second half. Maybe we'll come back in the second half.
See, she said maybe, y'all. I need
All
y'all to
right,
comment.
y'all.
Tell her to come back.
Bye.
Ooh, that was nice.